Hey guys! Hi! It's been so long. I don't even know where we are. Where are we right now?
I think we just hijacked a little studio here.
Yeah, we hijacked the medium as the message room. So now it's our room.
Now it's our room.
Yeah.
Like this production value, like look at it. They don't deserve it.
Yeah.
So.
Like we're the faces of Hear Me Out. We were the original Hear Me Out.
Medium is the message stems from Hear Me Out.
Yeah.
So I feel like
it's called Hear Me Out.
Medium is the message.
Not medium is the message.
Yeah.
Hear
Stay in
me
your
out.
place. Medium is the message. Yeah.
And today we're joined by this is Grulu. Like yeah, so we're joined by Grulu, and today we're going to be talking about high school and how we've changed since high school, who we were in high school. Yeah.
I feel like high school me is so different than current me.
I agree.
It was like a time when you were like, in general, your body was changing.
Mm-hmm.
You had different friend groups.
Mm-hmm.
You were like moving like everywhere, everything. You were like learning so much new things.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're in university or college, you start settling down. But it's like at that point, everything was just so dynamic.
Right.
And it's like...
Did you go to a public or like a Catholic or like any kind of specific high school?
I went to a private international school.
Okay.
So that's what I went to because I didn't
rich. Okay, money.
That's what I went to, and I also did not go to high school in Canada. So, so it was a little different.
He went in Dubai with his Habibis.
Bruh. Not Dubai. So I feel like it was a little different, but it's interesting. I know you, however, have been to high school in Canada.
Oh yeah.
But
not in BC. So not local. We're both not from here.
We're not local. We're like...
Well, actually, I was born in Vancouver.
She was born in Vancouver, raised in Calgary, having
you can
lived
put
in
up the
Switzerland.
LinkedIn bio.
This was Val's LinkedIn bio for a good...
It is. It is still my LinkedIn bio.
This is Val's LinkedIn bio, and it's just,
They never let it go.
Well, we always bring it up because, like, look at this masterpiece. Like, if I had to write a summary of something, I would go up to Val and be like, hey, can you write me something?
Really? Thank you. It
but...
really just... Oh, no, you gotta log in. But it really just, it summarizes my whole life, me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
exactly.
There I am. Yep.
View Valentine Yuma's full profile.
Mm-hmm. That's right. 134 connections.
Yep. Oh. I'm currently on my journey to achieve a Bachelor of Arts in Communications at Simon Fraser University. Vancouver born, Calgary raised, and having lived in Japan and Switzerland. Oh, that's an addition. Japan, huh? I love to travel and explore the world. That reminds me. I heard somebody's going on a little trip.
Oh, yeah. I'm sadly not going to be in any more like Hear Me Out videos or podcasts for a while because I'll be out of the country. So I'm leaving next week for an exchange semester.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Is just one semester? How long are you gone
for? One semester, like 4 months in Japan, and I just got accepted into the University of Amsterdam for...
You didn't tell me this off camera.
For my...
What?
Yeah.
You didn't?
So...
Cameras, like...
Oh,
right. What?
But,
really?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. So that's gonna be another 4 months.
So you're gonna smoke it every night.
You're gonna have to pay for water. It's okay. I usually pay for water in Japan too. So. You can get sparkling water. Yeah, I can get my Perrier or my San Pellegrino.
Or your Bendetto.
Yeah, but young me would have been proud of where I am today.
Yeah. But let's look back at the young me.
Yeah.
Is there like something that's prominent that like shows up when you think of high school in your like flashbacks?
I think of the donut sweater. I think of my K-pop days, okay? Because I was, I had a phase where I was really into K-pop. And I would wear like Korean like, cause this sweater, this donut sweater, was like a big thing in the K-pop community because this member, he wore it in like, I think it was a music video, and everyone was just like buying it and wearing it. So you knew if you wore this, like they knew that you were in the community, basically.
Okay. And like, was this like a merch item, or was it
I
just
don't
like
even know.
they sold it at Walmart and then everybody bought it, and that was
like
like
it was
a thing?
like a brand, but yeah, I think it's like a OF. Yeah.
Okay.
So
like
it's like
OnlyFans.
I think it's giving like California vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if the one I bought. Oh damn, $80. Yeah, but the one I bought, I don't know if it was real or fake.
Oh.
But I remember buying two, because I bought one for like a cropped look and one as an oversized look. So I had two.
Yeah. So like, were you able to like make friendships with people based off of that?
The thing is, I was, and actually, there's a story about clothing being a big factor in like my friend group in high school. I feel like I'm talking about myself a lot, but I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
But there was this girl, and she was wearing, I don't know if you guys know, like Attack on Titan, like the anime. So
that gives us flashbacks.
to Scott, yeah. But she was wearing like a sweatshirt with the Attack on Titan like symbol, and I think like two of the main girls in my friend group like finally met up with each other because of like that whole anime merge. Like they first talked to each other, being like, "Oh my god, like you like anime," basically, and then that's how they talked.
Yeah.
And then we ended up like getting into their friend group, and I somehow just got into a friend group with like anime lovers and like K-poppers, and that was like
that was you.
That was like high school too. That was grade 10. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's like it really shaped you. Would you say so?
I think it was something that I don't regret, because I think it was something like that I could only experience in that age, you know. Like I wouldn't say it was cringe, because I think it's like, I think I look back and I think those memories are actually really fun to be in a fandom. Like obviously I know there's people that are in fandoms right now, but it's different. Like I feel like the vibe was good.
It was like when it started off fresh, you know, it was like there was a community like vibe to it. But that's good though, because there's in high school, there's always like this one certain thing or this one certain friend group that just sticks with you and it really shapes you as a person.
Right.
And I feel like that could have been that for you.
Yeah. And then obviously I'm not really into K-pop or collecting albums or like wearing the merch anymore. But I think at the time it was very like cute and fun, and I don't really regret it. Like it is it is cringe like to think about what I was like, you know, like I was probably like dabbing in my like in my donut hoodie.
Wait, do a dab for us right now. do it dab on them. Go
No, I'm not
do
doing
it.
that. I'm not doing that. Maybe off camera. A name.
Right.
That's it. Cut the cameras. Okay, well, enough about me. What about you guys? Did you have like a niche kind of like K-pop or like? Sorry, this banner it looks like AI.
I didn't really like for a good chunk of my high school. I didn't feel like I fit in a lot, and that's because I felt like I was a little different than all the guys, because it used to be an all boys school, so it was like difficult for me to like get along with like, you know, the jocks or like whoever else there was. And I feel like that really shaped me in a way. It just made me more reserved than I would have thought I would have been in general, because like I was told I was a really bubbly kid.
Oh, but like when it came to high school, you were kind of more quiet,
more reserved to myself, because it was like I didn't find anybody that I really like connected with like that. Yeah, I had like a decent, solid, close friend group for a good while, but I was more so just like friends with like girls from like the girl section, and it's like it was different, you know. It was a place I wouldn't want to be at anymore, and I wouldn't want to go back just because of like all the memories and the trauma that's like attached to it. But it was a thing. But like connecting back to like groups like based off of like trends and all of that, we didn't really have much of that there.
No.
You know? So it was like
Did you have like the choir kids, the theater kids?
You didn't even have that. I actually used to do a lot of, like the theater, the plays there used to be. Even though there weren't a lot, it was like you either had like the guys playing sports,
right?
The academic ones who were like taking part in MUN, Model United Nations, all that, or then the everybody else, you know. And I dabbled in a bit, I used to play basketball in inter-school tournaments.
Okay, the height checks out.
Yeah, and you would not believe this, in the inter-school tournament, our team won second place.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
Period. You were so... I did not know that about you, I feel like.
Yeah, I was into sports for a good while because we used to have like sports day and...
Kobe.
And then... yeah, that's where we like played it.
You do seem very like fit. So
yeah, a lot of walking.
For me, I used to skip gym class because I hated it. So I would skip with my one friend and we'd just go hide in the library instead of going to gym class.
Would you guys eat?
Eat? No. We would just like spill tea in the library.
Yeah.
But it's honestly because I feel like our gym teacher had like a vendetta against us because we weren't like the jocks that were like always presenting themselves as like participating, and then usually you would just participate and get the grade, but she wouldn't even give us participation. So we were like, no, we're not doing this.
You're not doing this.
We're literally trying our best and you're not giving us a grade.
Yeah.
So then we just skipped.
Yeah. But that reminds me, like in high school, you felt like a lot of those made up assumptions of people were like kind of like childlike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I wonder if like your perception of those people like changed after that, like how have you changed? How did people change?
Right?
Like I don't think that the people who were the way they were in high school are the same now.
100%. And I think like when I look back, a lot of them look really the same. But then I look at myself and I'm like, ooh, I had a glow up. And I'm like, y'all are still the same. Like, y'all peaked in high school, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, that's like another big thing. Peaking in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I can like tell, because at every stage of your life, somebody's going to peak. And then the next stage, they're not going to be the top chick, It's like I'm currently looking around me and I'm like, who's peaking?
Right.
And who's better not peak in a bit,
I wouldn't know. Like sometimes I do stalk my old classmates though, because like I don't really be following a lot of them. Like after I graduated high school, I unfollowed a lot of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think sometimes I look back and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this person, or like, oh, I wonder how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But we both moved, so I feel like it's like it's in the
life.
past.
It's been part.
Right?
Yeah. It's funny though because my roommate, she sometimes tells me about her high school friends. Yeah. Tell me why 3 of them are married.
Oh.
1 of them has a kid already.
Wow.
And they're her age, which is what we're like 21, 22.
Yeah. That's
how you got a kid and a ring at 22.
They're moving fast.
Too fast.
There's like so many people in my graduating class that are like not, I wouldn't say so many, but I feel like there's so many different paths people have taken.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, there are some baby mamas for sure.
Not the baby mamas.
Yeah.
But where the baby daddies at?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Another day.
Yeah, like.
Should we get other people on here to talk about if they have any like significant high school stories?
Yeah, I feel like Amy's dying to get on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get Amy on.
Yeah, we'll be right back. And we're back. So now we have Amy here. You guys know Amy.
Hi.
So Amy, well, I don't want to speak too much for her, but she actually went to school here. So we have a new perspective. Wow.
Yay. Wait, you guys had middle school, right? Or
I had middle school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, because in Vancouver, or like, BC, Vancouver specifically, we don't have middle school. It's just 8 to 12, which is all high school. So, but it's like the same thing. Like from 8 to 9 is sort of like your cringe years.
Yeah.
And then like 7 to 9, it's like your cringe years, and then like 10 to 12, it gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a terrible high school student. Like I would skip all the time. this is
Valid.
Can I say this? This faculty rep.
We could
edit it. Yeah.
Okay, this is high school, but now I'm
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I go to all my classes. I go to all my tutorials. I'm
Yep.
on a good streak right now. I don't
Yep.
think I've missed class this year or last year.
Period.
Yeah, but I used to skip a lot of my classes, but they were like the not important ones. Like they were like electives, like gym. I skip a lot.
So did you
Thank
used to?
I'm on my period. Like I can't do this.
So did you used to like skip the dishes then?
Crickets.
Guys, that was funny. You gotta give it
Well,
to
I
me.
did use Skip the Dishes
I did Uber.
back then because back then there was only Skip. Remember when Uber Eats wasn't a thing? I think Skip the Dishes came before Uber Eats.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry, I'm like a fatty. I know I know when all the delivery apps came, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I skipped like a lot of like my elective courses. I had like film and media in grade 12, like in the morning. So I'd sleep in that class, and then I had art next. And so during art class, I would just like draw, and then I had lunch.
Sorry, you slept in class.
Yeah, like I would bring like my blanket and my pillow. Like it would be in my locker. Like I'll send you a photo of me sleeping on a table.
Would the teacher not say anything?
Because this is film. So like the room is dark, and I'd sit in the back where he can't see me. So I'd just like sleep.
Oh, okay.
And then
that
I
makes
had
sense.
2 spares as well. And if you don't know what spares are, it's basically a free block.
Oh.
Yeah. So, because I did online classes in summer school, like leading up to grade 12.
Right.
So I only had 6 courses because it's usually out of 8
Yeah.
for the VSB. So yeah, like I would, and in grade 12, a lot of my like guy friends already had their ends. So
Right.
like I had the privilege of being a passenger princess.
Right.
And we would just like go out to eat during like our spares because that would be like 90 minutes plus lunch. So that'd be like 2.5 hours, 2 hours
Okay,
free
big
time.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I am totally completely like different. I feel like I flipped. Like in university I became a better student, but in high school I was terrible.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Because usually like for like a lot of people from my
Yeah.
high school, they were like really good students, and then after university they sort of like became a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it's always the opposite that happens. But if you're playing in a good middle ground, like you stay in that place. Like for me, for example, I don't think I've changed my study habits one bit from like high school to university.
So like you just don't go to class.
Period.
But I be going through, like
Yeah, you still finish your assignments on
I
time.
still finish my assignments,
Period.
like do my thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I think it's the same for me. I'm like in high school, like I try, but like not really. Like I think maybe the same for uni. Like I think maybe I'm like you, Amy, where I'm actually trying a bit harder.
Yeah. But also I feel like in high school, just like I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I
Yeah.
just, now that I have like a goal,
Right.
like I feel like I'm more inclined.
Oh yeah, because they would like force you to do like everything. Like I don't
Yeah.
like math, so I'm not gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, like when I applied to SFU, I like applied for like neuroscience.
No way.
Yeah. And then like I did terrible at Chem 11. I got like 67%, and I was like, whose brain am I gonna be saving?
Neuroscience.
Yeah. And then that's why I did psych. I was like, okay, maybe not.
Oh, like about
Yeah.
the brain.
Yeah,
but,
maybe
like,
I'll
not-
go into like the arts section, you know?
Right.
You wanted to know about the head so bad.
I know, seriously. Oh my, shut up, guys.
And we're back. So we now have Kofi and Matthew here, and we're gonna ask them how their high school experiences were. Did you guys both go to high school in BC?
I did, yeah. Did you, Kofi?
I did.
Okay.
I think we actually went to school kind of nearby.
I went to school I went to 2 high schools. I went to Lawrence Fleetsmere Secondary. And,
Our name drop in schools?
yeah. And I went to Salish Secondary after. Oh, doesn't matter? I don't know. It's fine. This is high school I went to. It doesn't matter. But you, what was your...
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, right.
Surrey Schools.
Surrey Schools.
School district number... I don't know.
36. School 36.
Yeah, it is 36.
36.
Yes, yes. My favorite number, 36,
yeah.
yes. I love my education, Surrey.
So it was who I was in high school. I was... It's hard to reflect, even though it's only like... hasn't been as long for me. But...
Decades have changed.
Yeah.
Decades
When
have
was
changed.
your guys' graduating year? No, okay.
It's on my
1990.
LinkedIn. It's on my LinkedIn, I think.
19...
1980.
Yeah, it's close to that. It was actually 1979. Oh, the 70s.
Oh,
Been there.
Jimmy Carter was president.
Oh my god, my man, Jimmy Carter, my man.
I was in 2020. I was in 2020.
oh
I
wait, me
graduated.
too. Yeah.
Okay, I was 2016.
Unk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we could also talk about how COVID affected our thing, but it's like
Oh.
honestly, that's like a whole nother pod.
That's-
You know, like that sucks.
Absolutely devastating.
Whatever.
We need more COVID chats around here on the Zeitgeist, right? I
Yeah.
always bring insightful, good memories too. So.
I think I like for who I was in high school. I think
All right,
I
bring
moved-
it back.
Bring it back.
Thank you,
bring
thank
it
you, thank you.
back. I switched to my high school in grade 10 because I moved from another province, and it was a bit of a culture shock. Like my whole student county before that probably had like 5,000 students maybe.
Yeah.
And then I showed up to the school, like, which was huge. It was like probably 2,500 students.
Overflowing. How many portables?
Flowing. 22, I think, portables. Yeah, because I had a class in portable 22, maybe 28 actually. There might have been more.
Okay.
I don't even know what a portable is.
A portable is
An
kind of
outdoor
like a how do you describe it?
outdoor
Like
classroom.
So like basically
You- come on.
like basically you have like the
Producer,
the
pull up a
school.
portable.
Like you have the school, right? And then there's not enough room, so they build like a little small structure near it, or like in the parking lot or something.
No, I've
You've
never.
seen this,
But I've never had a class in like
refuse to
a
Where did you go to school?
Calgary.
Calgary.
Are you sure?
I had portables in Alberta as well.
But I feel like my school wasn't that overpopulated though.
You've even driven by one before, I'm sure.
Yeah, like something a little
Oh,
dinky like
okay.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
portable.
Okay, yeah.
They're not,
Oh my God,
somewhat
but-
portable, you know.
But we had like one or two.
Really?
Yeah. We had like one that's like,
Okay.
like had like I think like I want to say like 6 classrooms in it, something like that. Like nothing too crazy. It's similar to that size. Yeah, right there
22?
actually.
They look like prison cells.
We have,
Oh, yeah.
oh yes, we have one here.
East, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
What classes are in there, by the way? Like, do you guys know? It just seems like a mystery, that room to me. Used to be FSC International College. Yeah, I walked down there for a class thing. Yeah.
That's why where people are walking from, and I'm seeing them walk. People
Yeah, like, where are you guys coming
where are
from?
you coming from? I'm always wondering why I drive by.
Oh my
Immigration,
God.
right? But where are you guys coming from? Oh my God.
Oh.
But
Okay.
yeah.
All
but
right, school portables. Yeah.
22
So,
is crazy
22
though.
is crazy.
That is madness,
No,
yeah.
it was like it was. So
how much space did it take? Like, let's say,
they
put.
had to cut the whole parking lot off.
Oh, okay, so like in terms of like a soccer field's worth, like contextualize it.
They packed them in, so it was like there were just one classroom each.
Okay.
So it'd be like portable, and there would be like 4 in a row, and then we had
Each
like,
portable is a different classroom?
yeah,
Or one
so
classroom?
there was
Oh, interesting.
portable, and then there was like blocks of 4 and 4, so eight classrooms, like 4 on each side. And
Okay.
there was
Damn.
3 or 4 of those, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's the parking lot. So like I remember.
And sorry, this is like in the series, Lower Treesmere. You know what's crazy? Like that's back then. We still have overflowing now. It's like,
high school. That's why I switched schools actually, because they had to build new one because of overflow.
yeah.
But it was just a culture shock for me. So I just kind of got really shy. I was just like, it was kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
sensory overload.
Yeah.
But I eventually came out, but it was like, it was I was just quieter,
Yeah.
more personal kid in high school.
Should we dive into you are now more in person, or should I go a little back?
I think
Me first.
Okay.
Me first.
You give your-
I'm gonna have to say, unfortunately, similar situation, except I was shy with no cause. I was born here and went to school in BC, so I was shy for no reason because you had a good reason. You came from another province, so different perspective, I guess, different experience. But I didn't have that. I was shy, and I was also in nature introverted person. So shy, introverted.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good for high school to me.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, did you have good memories though? Like what was your? Really, there's no
Yeah,
valid reason to be shy.
I did. Well, yeah, no. If you want some good memories, I used to live like steps away from my school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like during lunchtime, you can just walk over to my
The
home, and
dream
then
high school.
it wouldn't impact my like the timing would take less than 5 minutes because like there's like school, soccer field, my place, right? So just walk by the pitch, head home, make some noodles, sometimes play some Call of Duty with the friends.
No
You're
way.
screen looking. No, you're screen looking.
the
I'm not screen looking.
The FIFA runs would have been crazy.
Yeah, well, no, we didn't play FIFA. Unfortunately, they were kind of basketball dudes. No comment on that one. But we played some Call of Duty, and I was good against them, but not against my other peers. But,
Fair enough. 2 shy kids over here, unfortunately.
yeah.
Val.
I think but I was also very shy.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
What a great podcast we have.
I know,
Two shy guys.
There's no extroverted people.
Oh, we got another shy in the back. Yeah, I don't like liars. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but you did say you were quiet.
So you're quiet?
When you
Okay.
popped in.
I think
Yeah.
I get loud when I'm with people.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit normal. I'd assume, unless if you're shy all the time, that's that's a little bit of a downer. I feel bad for that person. Loser.
But I feel like you guys now are less shy, right?
To be honest, like contrasting where I was in high school, I actually did still introverted, of course. That's my nature, but actually I'm less shy now. Thankfully, I don't know how my life would be if I wasn't. Co-op job, hell no. But yeah, like how different do you think you were like shy? Like, do you still like? Is it like a big change thing for yourself?
I don't think. I think.
Because I think for me personally, mine was huge, but
mine was just like a social mountain to climb. I think I just had to like get comfortable again.
Yeah.
For me, and that was the thing. Like, just all it took for me to kind of, I think, come out of like my shell a bit was just like realizing that it doesn't really matter. like
Real.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
mostly in my head. Like that was my kind of hurdle to get through because it was just a temporary thing. Once I kind of realized, like, who cares? People are people, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that was for me like it's that's not an easy mindset shift to happen. But
Yeah.
I mean that's the case. So I think now I think I've come a long way. But
Yeah, no, I remember like in high school, my brain was so caught up. I think this is obviously pretty normal. Is that I was so caught up in like, what do you think people think is cool? I mean, like after like that, I was like, I was hiding like my interests and my things like that, and then but then it was even worse. I think like things I had liked were just like. I like old shit, so then when people are listening to like fucking like Freddie rap or some shit, here's me like putting another Beatles album on, right? Like so it's like this disconnect was so
I
great,
would've been the
so
guy sitting across
shy, introverted.
turn that off.
Yeah,
What?
so people putting on Freddie rap
The
or
Beatles on in high school.
yeah,
Cool.
like okay, I wasn't like going around like popping on fucking like a thing, guys here.
Vinyl out of my bed.
Pop the record out, fucking.
I think he.
Do you guys love the
When he has the aux, he plays like Strawberry Fields.
You guys like Yellow Submarine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's
I'm taking you
fire.
guys on a trip now. That.
This is 2016 too. That would have been like the peak of like I think like hip hop music peaking. That was
Oh.
like the Migos.
That was like
That's like
Migos.
Raindrop
Oh.
Top era.
Cardi B.
Yeah. I remember I was like I went on like a couple dates with some girl, right? And then
Ooh.
I was there's nothing spicy about the
Name
story.
dropped.
It is kind of a reflection moment. Like I got into the car with her and her friend, and they started putting on like I don't know, like something like Fetty Wap or
Yeah.
Trap or whatever. Yeah, I feel like a total unk or whatever. But yeah, and then they start like dancing and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? I felt so disconnected.
Like unk, bro. Anyway.
Yeah. I thought like dancing is like this, not like their hands, right? Like twisting,
Was it like TikTok dances?
Yeah, like TikTok dancing.
Oh.
Do you remember what song it was?
Renegades and
Wait.
Anyway,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's
that's us.
That's pretty good.
4 out of 5 of us came out of our shell. And
yeah.
then the one extrovert among us is pretending. That
Yeah.
But I think he feels more himself when you moved here, right?
Not to
Especially.
invalidate what you feel. I'm sure you've changed.
You guys.
But Val,
Mhm.
this is your last podcast with us.
Yeah, that's really
Tell
sad.
us a little bit your journey ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just going on like 2 exchange semesters, so it'll be like
Wait.
one in Japan and
Oh.
one in Amsterdam.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I recently just got accepted to the Amsterdam one, so I'm pretty excited about
respecto.
that.
So incredibly jealous.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's like I didn't get into the one I really wanted for Japan too, so then I was like
Oh,
really
yeah.
hoping I would get into
Yeah,
my
yeah,
first
yeah.
choice for Europe, which
Yeah.
I did.
So wait,
Mhm.
1 second. So what's the first one again?
In Japan,
So you did get into lunch, man.
I did, but it was like my second choice.
Oh, okay.
So-
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, and then like the more prestigious university didn't want me, so then
Whatever.
I was like, screw you.
They made a
Semester
mistake.
in Japan.
I know. Yeah, but I'm kind of sad because like I think I'll be missing like Amy's grad and like
Oh my god, you're missing my grad.
Uh-oh.
It's
yeah.
a
Realization.
We'll set up a Zoom on like an
Yeah.
iPad.
Yeah, we'll hold you. You ever go to those concerts? Someone has like someone like zoom in on the concert,
Literally.
like what's the point of this one? You're really getting that good of experience, and you see, but
Each time I have to wake up at 5 a.m. But it's
Real.
Well, I'll let you give us the outro for your last.
Okay. Well, this was Hear Me Out. And we're not in high school anymore. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.